Digital marketing is the easiest side hustle that you can get into. All right, here we go. Day 9 of scaling my digital marketing consultancy to $30,000 a month. I've already gone through 1 cup of coffee, so we're gonna get a second one in. We're gonna do a little bit different format today. Instead of me going to the computer and showing you a time lapse of me working, I'm going to go into some of the different things that I do for digital marketing and how you can become a digital marketer too. I'm going to go into why I believe digital marketing is the easiest side hustle that you can get into to transition away from your 9-to-5 that you may not be a big fan of. Because who wants a boss? I don't. I remember 15 plus years ago when I walked into my boss's office and I said, "Hey, I'm done. I don't want to be here." And she said, "You're doing the wrong thing. The economy sucks and you're going to crash and burn." And well, 15 plus years later, I've made quite the nice little life for myself and my family. And I get to do what I want when I want. But I may not be riding around in Lambos, but I take care of myself and I take care of my family. And that's really all that I want. We get to go on vacations when we want. I get to set my own schedule, which is super important to me. Just like yesterday when we had a last minute storm come in and it dumped about 8 or 9 inches of powder on the mountains, I went snowboarding. I didn't have to check in with my boss. I didn't have to take a sick day. I just went and did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. And that's the benefits of being your own boss. But to be your own boss, you have to have a skill, right? You have to have something that you can do to provide a service to a client that you can then land them as a client and get paid for that. And the reason why I believe digital marketing is the easiest thing to get into as a side hustle and turn it into an actual job that you can make a living off of is because of social media management. Social media management is the easiest thing to learn. You don't need a degree, you don't need a certificate, and there's so many resources out on the internet that you can learn everything you need to know in a day. Even better, there is a large amount of businesses out there looking for social media managers. They have to get other stuff done, and they don't have time to be a social media manager, let alone learn how to become a social media manager. They are doing their business. They are selling something, they're providing a service, and that's what they love to do. That's what they need to do to keep the revenue coming in, but they know they need social media. All brands need social media, and they need someone like you and me to get in there and help them build out a strategy, build out content management, create a schedule, and be consistent in posting and building a community that not only attracts fans, but gets them into a funnel towards becoming a buyer. And so how do you become a social media manager? It really is quite simple. If you just think about what a social media manager does, they don't need to dance on TikTok. They don't need to dance on Instagram. They don't need to create dancing videos. What does a social media manager do? You take care of creating a reason to post. You take care of the assets that are needing to be posted. The assets being video, image, link, hashtags, copy. Those are all the things that you need to figure out. But what are you going to post about? Why are you going to post? Well, what is dictated by the client? They have a product or a service. They're within a certain industry. But how do you know what to post? Well, you post not about the product, because there's too many businesses out there just posting their beautiful product and how great their product is. You have to relate it back to what the product does for the person. What's the benefit of the product or the service for the potential customer? That's what you got to think about. So for instance, if a client has a new diet pill, are you just going to be posting pictures of the diet pill? No, you're going to be posting pictures and videos about the benefits. What are the benefits of the product that they're selling to the actual consumer? Well, you're going to lose weight. You're going to feel great. You're going to sleep better. All that kind of stuff. And the same thing if you look at Nike, if you look at Patagonia, if you look at all these different brands, big brands, what do they post about? They're not just posting pictures of shoes and jackets. They're posting pictures of the lifestyle that the people live when they're wearing those products. And really, as a social media manager, you're helping save your client from themselves. A client's always going to want to post about how great their product is, how great their service is, how great they are. But we're always going to be posting content that relates back to the actual consumer. That's the gist of what you're doing. But how do you get all those assets together? How do you get the video, the images, the copy, the hashtags? How do you get that stuff together? The client is going to have a lot of that content already. Where do you get the copy from? You get it from their website. Now, do you use everything verbatim? No. You go through their website, you see what they're about, you see what they offer, you see what the benefits are to the actual customer. Then you write nice and easy, quick, one-liner pieces of copy. If you need help, use ChatGPT. It's a great way to brainstorm ideas around that copy. You can literally put in copy from their website and say, create 5 captions for social media. And what I like to do is I like to say, create 5 tweets, because tweets are nice and short. They have a character restriction. Now, do I go ahead and just grab that copy and post it with an image or a video? No, I use it as an idea, as a way to brainstorm ideas, because most of the time ChatGPT spits out random crap and it's either too rah-rah or it's too about the product or it's just off tone, off base. I just leverage it as a brainstorming machine for me. And then I pair it to the image or the video that the client already has. What if the client doesn't have a big library of images and videos that you can use? Luckily, you have a phone in your pocket that has a camera that can take video and images. If they're a local client, you're going around their office looking for unique opportunities to take video and images. You can take video of the business owner talking about what they do and how it helps people. What if you can't do that? I use tools like canva.com to go in and use stock photography and create images and video for the client. Or I talk to the client about getting a photographer in to do a photo shoot to get a bunch of stock photography that I can use in canva.com to create those different graphics or videos, slideshows, carousels, etc. And of course, just use on their own. Now, what about scheduling? Well, luckily there's tools like later.com, which you can start out using for free, but it's limited in what you can use it for. But even when you start to upgrade, I think it starts at like 20 bucks. And I find the $40 level gets me everything that I need and more. The great thing about later.com is you can use it as your entire organizational system for social media posts, because it allows you to store the media, it allows you to make notes in there, it allows you to have a link in bio. It does a lot of stuff that is going to help you manage the content for your client, and it schedules across social media channels, and it provides analytics, and it has a free library of learning resources that you can go in and learn how to pull analytics. You can learn how to manage social media content. You can learn what kind of hashtags you need to use. You can learn different tactics about how to attract fans, how to turn those fans into buyers. You see where I'm going here? Later.com is an amazing tool to not only learn how to do digital media or social media management, but how to use it and how to perform better and how to become a better resource for your client. And once you start putting into practice what you've learned, you take those skills, you go over to Upwork.com, you search for businesses who have put contracts out there for social media management or help with TikTok or Instagram, etc., and you apply to those contracts. It really is that easy, and that's what I've been doing for the last 15 years. I have made hundreds of thousands of dollars from clients who I found on Upwork.com. And Upwork is what I'm using right now to scale to $30,000 per month as a digital marketing consultant. And you can do the exact same thing. Now, will you get to 30K per month quickly? Probably not, but will you find clients that want to hire you? Absolutely. And as you build those skills, you'll attract more and more clients. And the more experience you have and the more you can provide your clients, the bigger clients that you can attract and the more budget you can charge. Now, what questions do you have? Throw them in the comments below and I will be answering every single one of them. For those of you who made it this far and you're on your journey to be your own boss, give me a like and subscribe if you want to be your own boss and you're going to do this. Let me tell you, you will not regret it. Being your own boss is amazing, and despite the ups and downs, you are the owner of your own destiny. And I know that sounds cheesy, but it really is true. I've been my own boss for 15 plus years. I have never looked back. I've never regretted it one bit. In my opinion, I think everybody should be their own boss. All right, I'll see you in the next video.